there. So just like you, I have dealt with excruciating migraines for most of my life. But I'm really excited to be here to tell you how to get rid of them once and for all. My name is Michelle, but most people just call me the brain chick. So I've had migraines ever since I was a little kid. My dad gets them, my brother gets them, and I used to get them. Every time a storm would hit, every time I got stressed out, every time I didn't get enough sleep, every time I didn't drink enough water. Any number of things could trigger a migraine, and bam, my whole day was absolutely shot. Have you had similar migraines where you're left feeling super dizzy and exhausted and drained and like you just want to curl up under the covers in the bed or on the couch with the lights off and do absolutely nothing? Well, that was me for years. And I finally got so sick of it that I decided to go looking for answers. I had lived and worked in China for a while, so of course I looked at all different kinds of alternative therapies. I worked at a neurology center, so I had access to all these amazing brain tools and healthcare professionals that gave me all these different options to try. And finally, after doing a whole bunch of research and being very interested, I ended up becoming a holistic health specialist and a brain coach because I wanted to help other people get relief as well. Bottom line being, I've tried tons of both traditional and alternative methods of healing headaches, healing migraines, and helping improve the brain. Can you imagine trying all of those different things and none of it actually works for you? Well, you probably don't have to imagine. That's probably why you're here. So what if you had something that actually does work? In my research, I finally came across this medical device made of LED lights, and actually, I happen to have it right here. So this medical device with these little LED lights that emit red and infrared light. As a smart person, you probably already know that there's so many huge health benefits to near-infrared light. In this case, it's been applied to brain health. And before I tried the BrainLight Pro, I was hesitant and skeptical. I was thinking, well, I've never heard of something like this before, but I had this really burning desire to find something that would give me answers and relief, and nothing else had worked. So I didn't really have anything else to lose. Imagine looking on the internet for days, consulting everyone you can think of, trying all these different things, searching for every option. Nothing seems to work. But you probably already know this. You've probably already done it. Why is this different? Well, first of all, when I was researching, I came across over 300 published medical studies demonstrating the benefits of near-infrared light. 300 medical studies. That is a lot of research. This has been around for over 50 years. The benefit of infrared light has been around for over 50 years. It grows new blood vessels in the brain. It grows new connections, new synapses. It lowers inflammation. It improves the lymphatic system. It even increases energy production on a cellular level by 300%. Think about that. Each cell has 300% more energy to do its job more effectively. That's a lot. So you might be thinking, well, how come I've never heard of this for migraines? Because that's what I was thinking at the time. So I decided to do some digging and actually contact the people who created this device because I wanted to figure out more about it. So I realized after talking to them that even though the research has been around for 50 years, this device itself has only been around for 3 years. Not only that, but in those 3 years, this has only been available through a doctor or a clinician. So you weren't able to get it, and not just anybody was able to try it out. Well, I decided to start using it for myself, and it worked so incredibly well that I said, you know what, guys, we've got to make this available to anyone who needs it because there's so many people who need this help. So I decided to go ahead and, as the brain chick, start using it for my clients and use it for other people. And now I really want to share it with you. Once I started using the BrainLight Pro, I noticed that anytime I started to have a headache, I would put it on because each session is about 20 minutes long. It wraps around the head like this. And you just stick it on, and then there's a little button. Press the button and see where there's red. So the red is telling me that it's on, and in between the red are the near infrared lights. And girls, you wanna part your hair in the back because you want it to touch the skin. So this thing automatically turns off after 20 minutes. So I started using it in the morning, during lunch, or shortly after lunch, and then right before bed. Side note bonus, it really helps with sleep. And a lot of people who have migraines also have insomnia or sleep issues, at least I did. So side bonus. Anyway, I realized that about 10 to 15 minutes into a session, if I had a headache at all that day, it would completely go away. So after about using it for 3 weeks, a huge thunderstorm hit. Now, thunderstorms have always been one of my triggers for migraines. And I kept waiting for that pressure to build, for the dizziness to kick in, for some waves of nausea to come on, for the light sensitivity to start. I was anticipating all these things to start happening, and it never happened. That was 10 months ago. So it has now been 10 months that I have been 100% migraine free. I've not had a single one ever since. So if you're like me and you have struggled with migraines for any length of time, try this FDA cleared, proven Class 2 medical device. I'm gonna make it available for you today to rent for only $350 for 2 weeks. If at the end of those 2 weeks you have no more migraines, just return it. No questions asked. You don't have to buy it. There's no commitment after that. But if you do want to keep it and you do want to continue to use it, like now, I use it to make sure I never get another migraine again. So if you do decide that you want to do it, as a bonus today, we'll allow you to apply that $350 rental to the purchase price. The purchase price is $1,995. Or again, you can just rent it for 2 weeks, try it out, see how you feel. And we have had people who have returned it because it works so well that they've never had another migraine again. Imagine that. Imagine just 2 weeks and it never comes back. What I'm saying is quit letting your migraines and your headaches dictate how your day goes. That's been a huge problem for me my whole life until I tried this device. So try out a brain light, try out this Class medical device in the comfort of your own home, and see the results for yourself.